Hi, I'm Jenny Boom Boom, and this is Small Business Tuesdays. I'm so happy to be back with you after, I think, a month off. It's been quite some time since I've been on here for Small Business Tuesdays, and I apologize for that. Just a number of things happened right before the holidays, including I was really sick leading into the holidays with bronchitis for a couple of weeks, and then I was good for a week, and then now I am at home with COVID. So I figured even though I'm not feeling my best, I still want to have Small Business Tuesdays and have all my IG shows this week because I just miss doing it. And we are all here as a family getting better. And thanks to everybody that has reached out to ask to inquire exactly where I have been, because I have not been back to work on the radio yet. But I'm hoping to be back next week if everything goes well. We did actually have one of our businesses call out tonight due to health issues. And we will be getting with Get Ganda a little bit later in the month. We'll have them on. So we wish them the best and hopefully they'll feel better soon. This whole COVID situation is out of control. But we do have a number of great businesses that are joining us tonight, and I'm so excited. We can actually with Blended, because Blenda is here and ready to go already. So Blended, if you want to join, that would be wonderful. Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Your name is Renata Pierce, correct?
That'd be me.
Hi, it's really nice to meet you, Renata.
You too.
So, yeah, I was scrolling through all of your stuff today, looking at everything about Blended.
Yep.
And I saw you really hit a note with me because you were like, you know, with everything that's going on right now, you got to really make sure that you are consuming the right kinds of foods, you know, because we have to stay on top of our game and stay as healthy as possible.
Right.
So you started selling smoothies and cold pressed juices a little while back online. Tell me about your business, Blended.
So pretty much we just started in November, but this has been an ongoing journey, I'll say, for the past 6 months to a year. I started off with a personal journey. So I was making them for myself and my husband, and we just quickly branched off into, you know, making them for friends, family, and we were like, we should just do this and see where it takes us. And this, of course, is a perfect time with COVID and everything else going on. New Year, people want to get in shape. So it was the time.
Yeah. I always love smoothies that my kids will go get a smoothie. My kids will always get like the sweet stuff, like the banana, strawberry, something.
Yeah.
But I'll get like something that's like spinach or kale and lettuce.
Kale.
My daughter's always like, ew, Mom. But I feel so healthy when I'm eating it. I'm consuming it. It's like a meal. It's so good. Right. So this is such a great idea. And you have so many great flavors. I especially picked up on your lemon head flavor.
Yeah.
Because I'm really into like ginger and turmeric. Is that how you say it? Turmeric?
Yep.
I was at the reggae festival a couple of years ago in Danbury, and someone made me like a ginger turmeric drink, and it just felt so refreshing. It made my body feel so healthy. Yeah. So how many flavors do you have now?
Oh my God. I can't even keep count because I'm like mixing as we're going. So right now for our smoothies, we have about 13. Cold pressed juices, there's about 8, 10. And again, the list continues. So, you know, I have a lot of people calling us and they're like, hey, can you mix this with that? I'm like, okay, let's try it. See what happens.
Hey, life's an adventure.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so it's forever changing, which is a good thing, I guess.
So you're in Waterbury, correct?
We are.
Yeah, but so you're delivering your juices and your smoothies.
Yep.
So how has that been?
So it's been a process, but it works. Right now we are doing everything out of our home, which is convenient for me. So I have a lot of people just picking up as well. So it's almost like the curbside pickup service. Oh, yeah. My neighbors are probably like, what are they doing out there? But it works. So yeah, so between the deliveries, pickups, we're doing it all. Yeah.
I would expect that people must buy because from what I saw, you packaged them differently. They're depending on what folks get, and I really liked whatever was packaged in like the plastic. Yeah, so I see the jars, but you also have these packages that are So I would assume people are buying those in bulk, right, for like the whole week to make sure they're putting them in their fridge or.
Right. So they're really convenient. You can throw them in the freezer, grab them as you want, and then, just grab and go. So usually these are sold in like a 7-day pack. So I had a couple of people pick up some the other day. They want to start their new year off right. They're throwing them in the freezer and then, just grabbing as they go. So it works. It's convenient, doesn't take up a lot of space in the fridge, and I prefer the mason jars, but the pouches are good.
Yeah. So your smoothies and your cold pressed juices, what do they do for your health? Give me some examples of how they can help you.
Okay, so personal journey. My health has not been the best. 2016 to, I'll say, current, I detached both of my retinas in both eyes.
Oh my God.
Yes. So I had went through 8 eye surgeries. The worst time of my life. Was on every eye drop and pain pill and pressure pills to keep the pressure down. Just it was terrible. So personally, I started like weaning myself off of the eye drops. And I said, okay, there has to be something that I can take or supplement, to get the same effect, but not have the side effects of, okay, I'm lowering my pressure to get pressure out of my eye, but I can't get out the bed. So echinacea is great for eye inflammation. Spinach, calcium. The list goes on. Like
Right.
it's crazy.
Not to mention they help you poop, right?
Girl. Yes.
Yeah, and that's so important. People just don't
the
realize how important it is to poop. It really is a very important thing.
You should be going several times a day. Yes.
Yeah. So that's a great thing. What is your favorite flavor, Renata, of your blended smoothies and cold pressed juices?
Okay, so I would have to say it's the Jackson, and not only because it's named after my goddaughter.
Okay.
But the blend is just amazing. So it has spinach in there, mango, and banana, which are her 2 favorite fruits.
Okay.
So it tastes great. Yeah.
I feel like that would be that's a good mixture there. I feel like
it really is. And people, they get all like skeeved out if they hear, oh, there's spinach, kale in there. You can't taste it. You really can't.
Right. Yeah.
So it works.
Yeah, that sounds really good. So I'm wondering, how do we order from you? What is the best way, to get in there and order from you on your IG Blended?
Yes. So that's the best way to get in contact with me. You can also go on Facebook, send us a message if you want. It's Waterbury Blended, so it's actually abbreviated, so WTBY Blended. But yeah, Instagram is the best way for now. And I respond very quickly. So feel free to send out a message, and we'll get your orders to you.
Oh, that's so great. I'm so glad you're following your dream and you're doing it with your family in your home, and and just making other folks healthy.
Yeah, especially like I said, with everything going on right now, everybody needs to.
Oh my God,
have a boost of something.
It's a struggle.
Yeah,
it's not a struggle.
Yeah,
it's
disgusting. I know.
It's. I really learned when I was sick just 3 weeks ago with bronchitis. My doctor won't see me if I'm sick, which is eye-opening and mind-boggling that my doctor won't see me if I'm sick. And then sitting at the urgent cares, you're waiting. I waited yesterday 9 hours for an appointment.
Yep.
So yeah, it's out of control. So people really, have got to take care of themselves.
Absolutely.
And make sure that their health is at its very best. So just glad that you are providing this type of nutrients to folks.
Thank you.
Thank you, girl. Everybody check out the Blended IG. And you have a special deal for the folks watching, right?
I do. So I have 2. So the first 5 people who reach out to us, you guys are going to either receive our immunity booster shots, which are ginger blends, and they come in this little gizmo right here. Or you can get a cold pressed juice, which would look like this. So
that looks good.
It's really good.
Drink that down right now.
And then for the whole month of January, if you buy 2 32-ounce jars of any smoothie, you'll receive a 16-ounce for free. So that's more than enough to get you through an entire week.
That's so
Yep.
great. And you can like mix and match the flavors and try like
Absolutely.
three
Yeah.
different.
Yep.
Oh, that's great. Okay. Well, thanks so much, Renata Pierce
Thank
from
you.
Blended.
Thank you.
We will
Hope you
see you
feel
again.
better.
Oh, thank you, girl. I
All
will.
right.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
Bye. I just want to let everybody know that Small Business Tuesdays tonight is brought to you by Paris the Bondsman. Call him right now at 860-209-9988 or go to paristhebondsman.com. He's located in Meriden, but he'll come to you if you're having any sort of legal issues and you need a bondsman, okay? Let's see who's up next out of our small businesses. Oh, DJ Rifa is in the building, one of my favorite people. She is here right now. I love this young lady right here, DJ Rifa. Hi, Rifa.
Hi, how are you?
How you doing? How is the whole holiday break and stuff? I think I talked to you right before that, but
Yeah, no, it went pretty good, pretty good. You know, I
yeah,
had I do, photography and I did a little special for, Christmas deals and everything. So it didn't go as expected, but as long as I did it, I was fine with that. So, hopefully
that's
next year will be better. But other than that, I did other shoots that wasn't Christmas themed, but everything was still moving throughout the break. So I'm really grateful for it.
yeah. I love your photos. I've been stalking you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
I've been weirdly stalking you, Rifa. No, I'm kidding. So this is DJ Rifa from Reef's Views Photography. We met before because she also takes pictures for shopblackct.com,
Yes.
which is a website that we do work with for the radio station. So, and also you're part of the Black Women Photographers, I'm going to say coalition or group.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about the Black Women Photographers group.
So it's pretty much like Shop Black. It's a platform for Black women photographers to get hired from anybody around the world. So it's a world platform. It's a little bigger. And honestly, I love it. It's very connecting. They have, different events throughout the states of America. And also they have worldwide events for people to like link up, Black women photographers to link up and meet each other and just go on a walk, do some shoots together, just kind of bounce ideas off each other. I think it's a really great community to be in as well. And, if there's any, Black women photographers out there, definitely register yourself and join. And also, if there's any Black-owned businesses, definitely register yourself for Shop Black CT and join because it's an amazing platform to put yourself on.
Yeah, and free.
Yeah, definitely. That's
free.
the most important part. And
Yes.
you get your own article for your business as well, and which is also free and very moving for your business. So I really encourage everybody who has a Black-owned business to register yourself.
So, Rifa, I know you're a party DJ, you're a photographer. I always say like you're actually the whole party in one. But first of all, how did you get into photography?
So honestly, I like to think of it as, okay, so DJ and photography are literally like both of my crafts that I really love. I went with DJing first because that's what I was able to afford at the time, because both are very expensive crafts. But at the time when I started DJing about 5 years ago, I was able to afford my equipment to get going. And then I said, once I graduate college and I have more freedom, more time to focus on other things, that's when I'll pick up photography. Now, photography, I love pictures. I love images. I love memories. Growing up, I always loved taking pictures of photos, taking pictures of things. I love looking at photos. I just love like I said, the memories created, being able to just look back and think, wow, what a time that was. Or just even seeing a photo in a different lens, a different perspective, and seeing, just being open to something new. I just love that idea. So once I got into photography, like getting my equipment and everything, I actually had a good friend of mine, Kwame. He's like my photography mentor. You should follow him on IG at Kwame. I think it's at KG Imaging. Yeah.
Okay.
He helped me. He was like a mentor for me. He just showed me the ropes of, the ins and outs of photography. And from there, I just took my camera with me everywhere I went because I like to go hiking. I like to go to different events. So I would take my camera with me and just snap shots. And eventually I started doing shoots for people. And then one thing led to another. And I fell in love with every step of the way. And now I'm thriving and I'm working on year 3 right now.
I love that on your actual website, like when you click on there, you can see, and by the way, the website's reefsviews.pixieset.com. When you click on there, you can see that she has I love these engagement photos that you took of this couple. I don't know their names, but they look very like, it's not posed. It's just natural and the way that they're interacting with each other. And
Yes.
I was looking at those pictures thinking like, those are really special photos that they'll be able to look back on and say, oh yeah, we were just having a conversation or whatever we were doing, you know, and she
Yes.
caught that moment. So I just feel like you're very talented, you
Yeah.
know, you really
Thank
are,
you. I
you know,
appreciate that. I
yeah, you
really love
are.
capturing those moments, those off guard moments that people
Yeah.
don't realize until after the fact. And especially like when somebody's laughing or just enjoying that moment in time, I like to capture those specific shots because I'm telling you, like they really last a lifetime. And also that wedding was for a good friend of mine. And actually they had a photographer for that event, but they canceled on them unfortunately last minute. So I ended up coming and doing the photos, and the bride actually like fell in love with all the photos.
Oh, that's
And
great.
yeah, and I also did a couple black and whites in there because you know I like to do a little different styles and techniques. Just you know, I just like to throw out a little bit of everything, and you know, people they really appreciate it, and I appreciate that they appreciate it. So
That's good. Absolutely, you love your craft, right?
yeah.
So what are your favorite types of events to be a part of? Because I mean, I saw you have on there stuff from being at the Russell and your
Oh
friend's
yeah.
birthday, and like you got all kinds of different photos on there. So DJ Rifa, what is your favorite type of event to be at, to DJ or take photographs or whatever?
So my favorite event to DJ are parties. Parties because I'm a party goer. I'm also Caribbean. So we really appreciate music. And the
Okay.
way I play music, I really craft my music together. I know like what song should come after another, whether you're singing along to something and it flows into the next song or you're dancing a certain way and it just flows all together. So I really love people to hear that and really to enjoy a party. So for DJing, just any, you know, night party, even if it's a brunch, just any party that anybody's coming to, you know, get loose or just to enjoy themselves. I love doing those. And for photography, I would say right now at the moment, I like doing portrait photography. That's when somebody would hire me, will book me to take maybe a birthday photo or a couple shoot or any concept that they have that they want to bring to life. I really like working with people on those because beforehand on the photos, we discuss, you know, their vision and how they want it to go. And I tell them, you know, well, I could do this and this and for you, what do you want out of it? And it's really more of like a personal thing. So that's what I like for photography.
That's good. That's awesome. So how do we go about booking you for either your DJing skills, DJ Rifa, or your photography skills? How do we go about booking you?
So I have on my Instagram, there's a booking option where you can just go directly to Square Up, and that's where I do my DJing and photography bookings, and it's really general bookings. But if you want something like more personal, like if you want to discuss with me about, you know, your shoot beforehand, before you book, you definitely can reach out through email. I have my email on my Instagram. You could also shoot me a DM, and I also have a Facebook and a Twitter that I rarely use, but those are the main ways to contact me.
Okay, so you have a special for the folks watching?
I definitely do. I'm having a special for the month of January to celebrate my birthday month.
Oh,
And
hold on. When's your birthday?
January 28th.
My birthday is January 13th.
Really? Happy birthday.
Mm-hmm. My birthday is next week, yes. So
Really?
you're a Capricorn too, right?
No, Aquarius. But
okay,
my girl.
Okay, so yeah, that makes sense because we like each other. I feel like Capricorns just don't like each other.
Well, actually, that's funny to say because my girlfriend's a Capricorn and her birthday is this Friday.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I mean, I don't know.
So,
I'm just going off of like years ago, me and my ex, we were 3 days apart and we did not get along. So
really? Oh my.
I'm just going off of that. But yeah, so that makes sense that you're an Aquarius because my son's an Aquarius also. So, and I like my son very much, you know. Anyway, but yeah. So well, happy birthday.
Thank you. And also for the deal, it's so for the month of January only, I'm doing 50% off of my shoots for anything that you need. It's just photo shoots. DJing, there's no deal for that. So I just definitely want to clarify that. I'm doing a 50% off shoot for my photo shoots. My rates usually run about $80 an hour, so it'll be $40 an hour.
Ooh, that's good.
Whatever concept you have. Just shoot me a DM or you could book through the website on my page.
Well, thank you so much, DJ Rifa. And of course, her IG is Queen of All Trades. So, thank you so much. And it's really great to see you again.
Oh, you too. And like I said, if you ever need anything, let me know.
Yeah.
We got to stay connected.
Listen, I'm coming to one of your parties.
Oh, yeah. I'll definitely shoot you a flyer.
Let me know.
Got you.
Okay, I'll see
Well, I
you soon.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, happy birthday, and tell your girlfriend happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. And have a good night, okay?
Yeah, you too, honey. Goodbye.
Bye.
Just love me some DJ Rifa. She is my girl right there. And just letting you know, if you have a small business and you want to be on the show, well, all you got to do is DM me. Let me know. It costs nothing to be on the show. So just hit me up and let me know that you have a small business and you want to be interviewed, and we'll make it happen. Right now, we're booking into February because I answered a lot of DMs over the holidays, and we got everybody all booked up. But we are booking in February, so let me know if you want to be on the show, and we'll make it happen. It's every Tuesday at 7:00. Okay. Let me see who else is here. I'm looking. Well, Gagana is not going to be here tonight. Stone Age Boutique. I thought I saw you, so can you put in a request, please, for me? Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, yep. No, I see you. I'm inviting you right now. Stone Aged Boutique, who I'm so excited to talk to because there's some dope stuff going on at Stone Aged Boutique. Hi.
Hey, how are you, Jenny?
Okay, so wait, am I going to pronounce your name right? Jamila?
Oh, no one ever does that. Yes.
Did I do it right? Okay.
Yeah.
Right, cool. Because I just don't want to mess up anybody's name. And so how are you there, Jamila? It's great to meet you.
I am doing well. How are you? I saw you were sick.
I know. It's all right, honey. I'm gonna be okay. This is my first
Good.
bout with COVID. I hid for 2 years. I felt like I did pretty good.
I know. Fingers crossed. I haven't so far. I've been saying that. Like, my track record's good.
Yeah,
Keep it
listen,
going.
I was getting so, like, I was being a lot about it at the other night with a friend of mine. Me and her were like, we have not gotten COVID yet. We are cool. They shouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, we shouldn't, they should bottle our blood up. We were like being like a lot, being funny in front of our friends that have all had COVID.
Yeah.
And me and her both have COVID. So,
My cousin posted
right?
The first post my cousin posted when New Year started was, "Oh, everyone's New Year's goes good, and the only negativity you have is a negative COVID test." She got COVID a couple days later. I'm like,
you can't speak on it. You can't.
No,
speak on
just
it.
don't. I'm
Just
zipping it.
act like it's not there. Just don't speak on it. But yeah, and that happened for us New Year's Eve too. So New Year's Eve we found out our daughter had it, and then yesterday I tested positive. But I've been sick all weekend. But I will get better. I am getting better. So thank you for your concern.
I'm glad.
All right, let's talk about Stone Age Boutique. By the way, you're so stinking cute in all these pictures.
Oh, stop! Thank you.
Like you all model-esque in the pictures with your cute little outfits on. I'm like, dang, I feel like I want to be, coming to a photo shoot just to experience and watch it,
So you're awesome.
You have a website. It's Stone Aged Boutique. StonedAgedBoutique.com. I have to say it exactly like that because it's all about being stoned.
Yeah, I know people say Stone Age Boutique. I'm like, no, D at the end.
It's
D
Stone Age Boutique. And this is what it says. The dopest custom handmade urban clothing and accessories for the stoner in all of us. So, Kayla, I know you were really pushing for it to become legal in CT, right? Like you were really
Oh my gosh, please. My last so I'm married now, so I'm Stoney Edward, but I grew up with the last name Stoney. So like everybody knows us, my brother, my dad, all of us is Stoney. That's our last name. So I'm like, so even when I got married, I'm like hyphenating, like I can't leave my Stoney. Like my dad passed too, so my name is everything to me, So I'm like, no. And I always try to, it's funny that I put that in my tagline for the stoner in all of us because I get this question all the time. People would like, they'll DM me and like, I love your stuff. It's so nice, but I'm not a smoker. Like, I don't want anything with smoking. I'm like, listen, let me clarify this. I make custom clothing. So like, that's my market, my target market. I'm like an urban hot topic. You know what I mean? That's my target market, but I customize anything. So I do people's funeral shirts. I've done logo shirts for stores. I do dog shows, the bully shows. I've had full contracts. I do their shows for that. So I do custom anything, even if you don't smoke. Like, don't ever be afraid to reach out to me and be like, well, I don't want a customized bong, or I don't want a rolling tray set. I'm like, you don't need that. Like, I know.
And your stuff is so, like, it's really dope. It really is very, very cool and different, and I love it. So,
thank you so much.
How did you, first of all, get started with your clothing line?
So in the beginning, I've always done sales my whole life. I'm a cell phone person. I've always, like, before AT&T was singular wireless. Like, I was working there at 17 years old, So I've been in the retail world for years, and I'm really good at sales. And I'm like, I just got tired of just working for other people when I knew I had so many like talents myself and so many things that I could do. And then when I realized when the pandemic first started, I was a manager at Cricket and we were essential and then they shut us down. And so I'm like, what can I do? I'm like, well, I'll start making masks. Like what I thought, what's in demand? Obviously masks. So I literally started off just making like custom masks. I ordered like designer fabric, doing different stuff. And then I was like, oh shoot, I can sew, you know? So I just started YouTube and stuff, basically self-taught, making shorts, making shirts. You know, when the tie-dye sets were big and popular last summer,
Yeah.
they were running out of biker shorts at places. I would get white biker shorts and tie-dye them. So I'm like, let me see how to make a pair of biker shorts. It was a wrap after that. I was sewing my own shorts. I wasn't even buying like, you know, stuff pre-made anymore. And then I started with the clothing transformation. So, you know, they say like one man's trash is another man's treasure kind of thing.
Yeah.
People will think something is so ugly and so boring, and I could see a vision. Like, I don't know if it's just, I've always been artistic. I paint, like this painting behind me, I paint, and I've always been like an artistic person. So I can kind of find the beauty in anything, if that makes sense. So like, it could be the ugliest jacket in the world. Like, nope, I'm gonna dye it, gonna add some chains, gonna add some pictures, and like by the time I'm done, they're like, where'd you get that jacket? I'm like, I made it, you know? So that's kind of
awesome.
how I started.
That's so great because first of all, not everybody is going to jump on YouTube or whatever and even try to look at any of this stuff. They're just going to say, I don't know how to do it. You know, the fact that you actually went in there, you studied, you learned the things that you needed to learn, and now you're able to function making like your own clothing line, make money off of it and be happy. That's just a wonderful thing. It really
Absolutely.
is.
And I haven't worked for myself my whole life. I'm 36 years old. You know what I mean? I've been busting my butt my whole life since started working at 15, to be honest. I was working when I wasn't even supposed to be working. So like, I've been working since 15, and you know, just, you know, you work for these jobs for so many years for these people. At the end of the day, like I saw on your last show, somebody was saying there really is no job security. When you look at it, you know, when you look at life, like the big picture.
Yeah.
When I saw this last year, I'm like, you can't do this. You can't do this. I haven't worked since COVID started. I'm only on my own. Like, I'm literally running my own business. I pay my bills. Everything's on time. I have it on my own. Like, and I never in a million years thought I could do something like this, but I'm doing it. So.
You are doing it, girl. You're doing it.
Yeah.
So I love the collections that you have. I love it's the Melanin for Me collection. That's
Thank you so much.
But I love this too. Martians and Marshmallows collection. The Martians and Marshmallows collection. I love it. Where did you even come up with that?
So all my friends, it's a joke because they're like, stop, Jamila, stop watching the conspiracy theories in the shows. I'm obsessed with aliens. Like, if you notice, my logo is an alien with Afro puffs smoking a joint. Like,
right, yeah.
I'm obsessed. I love the whole like space concept, galaxy. That's just kind of my thing. And so I'm like,
so Jamila, you must be very happy that they've now said, yes, they are here.
And I've been saying this, and nobody believes me.
He's like, I know them.
I'm like, I say all the time, like, I'm related to them, babe. My husband laughs. He's like, you're crazy. I'm like, no, somewhere I know. Like, I'm related to them or something. There's a connection. He's like, shut up, you're crazy. But no, I love aliens. And so I did with the Martians and Marshmallows. With the marshmallows, I wanted to incorporate the space aspect with candy colors. So that's why it's Martians and Marshmallows. You have like the pastels and the neons, and it was just bright and kind of like a galaxy thing. And people loved that collection. Like, of all the things it sold out. Like, I've never like made a whole collection where I'm like, oh man, I'll have a few shirts left of this, or like a couple pants left of this. That one, I had nothing. And people were hitting me up like, you got any more of those purple and black jackets? You got this, you got that. And so I had to make stuff over again. So that was my favorite too. It's funny you say that.
And that could even be like a store.
Oh Martians and Martians. Doesn't it sound, that title? I think it's cool. That's so true.
You better trademark that, girl. All right. So you also make, on top of apparel, you have beauty trays. They're super cute. Such a unique, fun gift. And also you do custom orders, like you said. Yes. So tell me a little bit about making the custom orders.
So I love it. Just like your last guest said, that's the most personable thing you could do with somebody. And especially what touches me the most about the customs that I do are the funeral ones. Because I'm from a small town. I'm from Willimantic. It's very small. I've lived here since I was 4 years old. So I know mostly everybody here. So when someone passes away, 9 times out of 10, I know the person, you know? Right. So it's almost so like fulfilling doing it and emotional making those things. The ornaments, I've done RIP ornaments for like my friend Jose who passed away, my friend Josh who passed away, things like that. Like these are people I grew up with, so I know they're getting this stuff and their mother's crying when they see it, and they're like, you know, that means something to me. I mean, before all the stoner stuff and everything, that kind of custom stuff for sure, because I've experienced so much loss. That means the most to me, for sure.
Well, I think that's wonderful that you're able to provide that to a family in mourning. I think that's great. Or to anyone, you know, that just wants something really, really special. What's the best way to order from you? Is it to go to the website, Stoned Age Boutique, or to do it through the IG, or?
Well, I say for sure. So I would say through stonedageboutique.com. And it's weird. My Stone Age Boutique Facebook is more up to date than my IG. I feel like I'm on Facebook more. And so like I do so much at once, like people would never believe it, but I'm not a good multitasker. So like if I have one social media up to date, the other one has stuff from like 4 months ago. I'm like,
well, it's a lot of work. It
is. Like I want to hire a social media person or find an app that can do all three. I think they do offer something like that. I just read something where it posts on all three platforms at the same time. So I'll
you can actually connect your like IG to the other platforms. But it sometimes I don't like sometimes the presentation isn't as great, but of course you can try that to save time.
Okay, I will. I'll try that for sure. But the best way to order from me, I would say, is through the website, stonedageboutique.com, and then also through my Facebook page, because that will bring you directly to my DMs, and then it sends you to the website. So
that's so great. Well, this is awesome. You're living your dream, and you have a special for the folks watching, right?
I do. So anybody watching tonight, for the first 20 people, if you order anything off my website, at the end of the website when you go to check out, enter the promo code BoomTV20. And so the Boom TV is, I did it for you, girl.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, so the Boom TV in capital letters, Boom TV 20, you get 20% off the first 20 people. If I were you, if you might want to order something tonight, you could if you want. Wait till tomorrow, please, because I'm posting like some heat tomorrow, like a bunch of new jackets and stuff like that. So if you're going to order, wait till tomorrow for sure.
That's awesome. That's perfect. Yes, tomorrow. Please put it in that promo code and check out the website. It's stonedageboutique.com. Thank you so much. Yes. It's so great to meet you.
So great to meet you too. Thank you, Jenny.
Oh my God, anytime.
And feel better, you and your family too.
Thank you so much. We'll be back out in society next week.
Awesome.
All right. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Good night.
And of course, that was stonedageboutique.com. I want to say Stone Age, but it's stonedageboutique.com. Let me see who else is on here, because we have one more business, but we are going to take one special guest right now. My friend Paris is going to come on with us real quick to talk about his business. He's a bondsman. Oh, I don't think she got off there, Jamila. Oh, there we go. Hi, Paris.
Hey.
How you doing there, my friend?
Good. How are you? How you feeling?
Great. I'm okay. I'm doing fine. I took a shower. You know how I take the shower and get the hot tea? I got the shower and the hot tea.
It helps. Hey.
Yeah. It does help. It does help. So, Paris, of course, you're Paris the Bondsman, and you're part of 24/7 bail bonds, and you're a friend of mine. So let's talk a little bit about your bail bonds business. Who needs to call you right now?
Who needs to call me? Anybody that has a loved one locked up.
Okay.
No bond too big, no bond too small. I mean, if you can't afford it, give me a call. We'll work the numbers. I'll help you out. That's what I'm known for.
So talk to me a little bit about like how it works. So say like, I'm going to just throw someone out there. Well, I don't want to put Vic out there because I feel like I'm jinxing myself.
No, thanks, Vic. No, let's say Craig.
Ooh, okay, I'm just going to make somebody up.
Craig lives in Connecticut now, so we could say Craig.
I don't want to get Craig locked up, but okay. Craig gets locked up for some reason. Mm-hmm. I can't see that happening. We can't fight, but okay. Craig gets locked up for some reason, okay?
Yes.
What do I need to get Craig out of jail. What do I do?
You call me, say it's let's start on a small, it's a $5,000 bond. He has no record, so it's $5,000 bond.
How do you know Craig doesn't have a record? He might have a record in the past there.
No. So it'll be a small bond, a minimal bond.
Okay.
He has a $5,000 bond. You call me, I say, hey Jenny, it's 500, and you say to me, oh, I I just gave Vic $250 for Sasha something or whatever, so I only have like $250. And I say to you, oh Jenny, you know what? That's fine. Just come up with the $250. We'll make arrangements, payment arrangements. Craig could pay the rest, $25 a week. So
Oh, wow,
instead of
that's really
paying $5,000,
Yeah.
you with $250, you just paid a $5,000 bond.
Wow. Okay.
Forgo the $500 because we could do payment plans.
Right.
So
I didn't
it's
realize-
easy.
Yeah.
Versus mass, same situation. Craig would have to pay $5,000 to get out.
Wow.
So I say this to everybody that's watching.
If you're gonna
if you
get
ever
locked
see-
up, get locked up.
If you no, not even that. If you ever see them trying to change the laws, and I'm not saying this to protect my business, but my business does benefit a lot of people. So with that said, if you see them trying to be funny and do the Massachusetts thing, put a stop to it, because like I said, $5,000 versus $250, I think you would want to go with the $250.
Right, absolutely, yes. Yes, I do agree. Yes. Well, Paris, I know that you are here, 860-209-9988. You are based in Meriden, but you will travel to see folks. And you've been around a long time. You know what you're doing. ParisTheBondsman.com. What sets you apart from other bonds people?
Besides,
Hello? Oh. Uh-oh. I think we lost his signal. Paris, hello? Uh-oh. Okay. All right. Well, while Paris is getting it together, we'll figure out, and we'll bring on our next guest, sorry. And that would be, and I know I did see her on here. Hold on a second. All right. Yep, Paris, we lost Paris. Well, that's okay. We'll ask him it a little bit later on or next week. We have now, hi. I don't want to, you're so pretty, by the way. I don't want to mess up your name, though. I'm going to guess how to say it, and you tell me if I'm right.
Okay.
Is it Zodian?
Oh yeah, you got it. Wow.
Dang,
You are so
tonight. Yes. Hi, Zodian. Zodian is from the Speak It As It Is podcast. You actually have a website, Zodynol, ZODYNOL.com, and you actually have healing cards and save your relationship cards. I need to know all about these cards. And I'm actually going to bring you on in a couple of weeks for my other show, Bad Marriage for Life, if you'd like, because I would love for me and Vic to play, to use your cards with you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll
do that on a Wednesday in a couple of weeks. That'll be fun. So how did you get started with your healing cards and your save your relationship cards?
Okay, so let's start off with the healing cards. Now, for me, in 2016, I wrote my first book, which was an amazing experience. And in the process of writing my second book, I realized that mentally I was not okay, right? I was not there. I was just all over the place because I had lost my dad in 2015. And so I realized that something wasn't right. And so I decided to take a break, to kind of figure out what's going on. In the process of doing so, I realized that I needed to heal from this experience. It was very traumatizing, so I needed healing from it. And so I started, I spoke with friends, just to help me through the process and all of that. And it helped. But once I closed the doors, once I hung up the phone, once I lay in bed and turned the lights off, the thoughts are coming back, And so I realized that, I need to do more than just see a counselor or talking to friends. So that's when I started to figure out ways, being creative actually, by figuring out ways in which I could actually help myself when I'm unable to see my counselor, I'm unable to talk to a friend. And so that's when I came up with the healing cards, right? These healing cards helped me tremendously. When I tell you, losing a parent is never the easiest thing to get through. And so when I created these cards, when I started feeling low in energy, when I started feeling down, I'd pull out a card or two. If the card or two doesn't help, I'm reading the whole deck. And it helps me. It helps me because you know what? Even now, a lot of people are going through so much. And after realizing how much it helped me, I reached out to counselors who have now provided these cards for their clients. And now when I realized how much the feedback was so amazing, I decided to create my website. And creating the website so I can have these cards for a larger audience or community to help people who are going through a lot. Because guess what? Life is happening. People are going through things. People have traumatic experiences that they haven't healed from, you know, and so these cards would definitely help you to maintain your mental health. Because, you know, when you're mentally not okay, you will not be happy. And you're always gonna feel low. You're always gonna, and then you find yourself blaming others for not feeling happy, for not being happy, when really you just need to heal from the past experience, the trauma that you went through, whether it's transitioning from being married to single, transitioning from being an adolescent into adulting, because adulting is not easy, or, you know, maybe being abused, being raped, whatever it is, we have to heal. So these cards are really help you to maintain that mental health, to encourage you to heal from your experiences, so you can, you know, feel a little better about yourself and be more optimistic about the future and about life. Okay, now for the Save Your Relationship cards are really for relationships, marriages, relationships that's hanging on by a thread.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I have COVID, so I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, I'm so
I
sorry.
apologize.
And that's yeah, and these Save Your Relationship cards are for people who are really going through a hard time in their relationships. You know, these cards help you to get back on track, you know, to maintain that sex life. Because guess what? You know what? We are adulting. We have jobs. We have kids, and sometimes we lose track, and sometimes we're unable to maintain our relationships. So these cards really help you to stay on track, to remind you that, hey, you know what? Remember, you're married. Remember, you can still look sexy. Remember, you can still tell your wife she's beautiful. Remember, you can tell your husband how amazing he is. So I've created, based on because I have a 2-year-old, and trust me, when I just had my daughter, it was so much that I find myself really not being on track with a lot of things. And so when I created them for me and my husband, really, and then now I decided that I want to share it with others.
So your books, go back to your books really quickly. Like, wow, that's incredible. Where do we find your books?
On Amazon. So if you click my link, I have a couple links in my bio on Instagram. It will lead you to my podcast. It will lead you to my book on Amazon, and it will also lead you to my website with the cards.
Okay, that's incredible. And now you have these healing cards and relationship cards. I really want to dig into this relationship card situation. Is it a game, or is it just something you take out when you're having issues, or?
So it's in his and her. So when you get your package, you'll have two different. It's like it's some of them are cards and some of them are like pamphlets, where it's like, you know, like an album. And so what happens? You have day 1 to day 30. Each, his and her. His will have 30, her will have 30. Each, you'll select any of the pages, whether it's day 1, day 2, day 3, and it will tell you what to do on that particular day. So day 1 may say, okay, today you're gonna go get yourself go get yourself a nice lingerie. You're gonna dress up tonight. You're gonna do this for your husband. You're gonna, you know, prepare dinner. You're gonna, you know, it's gonna tell you stuff to do to just encourage the relationship, to maintain the relationship. For the his, it may be go get your wife or your girlfriend a rose. Get a card stating what it is that you appreciate about her the most. You know, getting gift, you know, let's take her to dinner, or let's take him to dinner. Like, it's really to help you maintain, because you know what, as I said, life is happening. We work, we go to school, we have bad days, you know, we sometimes forget that, okay, you know, I could do this for my wife today, or I could do this for my husband today. We're human. We're gonna have those days when we forget to really play our parts, you know.
Yeah, it's really hard.
It's hard. It is.
It's like you're running around, you're trying to do everything for your careers and the kids and the house, and you really kind of forget each other.
Yes, it happens a lot. And so, as I said, it was initially from my relationship, and it helped, it worked. Because we're human. As I said, we're all human. We're going to mess up. We're going to do things. And so these cards really did help us. And so I want to share it with.
I think that's really wonderful. And you're on the West Coast, right?
No, I'm in Connecticut.
Oh, I thought you were I thought your website was like based in the
I,
West Coast?
because I lived in LA, and I tried changing it. I don't know what's happening with it.
Oh,
So
I was gonna say, because I was gonna be like, wow, you're
I
like,
was
awesome.
living in LA, but I'm not living in LA anymore.
Okay, well, that's good. I'm glad you're here in CT with us. Though I do love California. I'm a big fan.
Oh, let me tell you, it's amazing.
But it costs a lot of money to be out that way.
Yeah.
We all think Connecticut's expensive. It's expensive out there, but so we're glad to have you here. And I do want, like I said, in a couple of weeks, I do want to definitely have you on Bad Marriage for Life, and we can go through the relationship cards. I think that will be really, really fun. And what are the names of your books?
Oh, so I wrote one book in 2016. It's Christian Woman Trapped in Sin.
Okay, Christian Woman Trapped in Sin.
You will find it on Amazon.
Okay, is that like is that like an autobiography or?
In a way.
Okay, I'm just wondering.
You know, let me tell you, it's a mixture of my experience and a friend of mine experience combined.
Okay.
So
right.
Let's say yes.
Yeah. I should read it. It's probably my autobiography as well. But, I mean, yeah. What is the best way to order from you? Is it to go to your website?
And you can also DM me. It's okay. You can do that too if it's easier for you. And you can go to our website. The website is pretty easy to use. So
so the website is ZODYNOL.com.
Yes.
ZODYNOL.com. Or of course you can also go to this Instagram right here in DM the Speak It As It Is podcast. So and you have a special for the folks watching, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So once you go on the website, the price will be slashed in half. And
I think that's like a really nice gift to give to somebody, especially if they're getting married or celebrating an anniversary or something. I think like the relationship cards are really great. But again, even with your other cards, the healing cards, honestly, you mentioned a lot of like stuff, right? You mentioned like losing your father. You mentioned a lot of life-changing things.
Yes.
But right now, even with what's going on right now,
yes,
we're dealing with so much, and we're trying to act like this is normal.
I'm telling you, yeah.
And it's not. This is nothing that we would ever think we would ever see in our lifetime. We've seen movies about it, right? Yep. But to take it in on a daily basis, no matter what age you are, who you are, how much money you have, where you live, it is a lot to digest every single day. So if you feel that you might need some help, the healing cards might be something to make you feel great when you get out of bed in the morning. Just to look at and to make you feel at peace. Because I think we're all looking for a lot more peace in our lives at this point.
Yes, I'm so happy you mentioned that, because a lot of people are suffering from anxiety because of what's happening. They're just so nervous about what's next. Are we going to survive this? Am I going to get sick? Am I going to be here? You know what I'm saying? And you're thinking about your family. It's true, because I've had those thoughts too. But as I said, these cards help you to maintain and to make you optimistic,
right.
as to what life has to throw at you. You know what I'm saying? Because life is always going to happen. Things are going to happen. You're going to experience things. But how are you going to tackle these things?
Right. I think that's very important.
Yes. You have to be mentally prepared. Yes, you can have a counselor, but after you close the doors, after you hang up the phone, it's just you and your thoughts. So you have to have something that's going to continue to encourage you and to keep you on that level where you don't lose your sanity. Because it's And then, of course, you don't want to take anything or substances to suppress what's happening. You want to it and you want to heal from it. You want to go through it in a positive and good way.
I absolutely agree. And it was great to talk to you. And thank you so much.
So much. You're amazing. Thank you for this opportunity.
Anytime. I'm going to be reaching out, okay? Because I don't want you to not be on Bad Marriage for Life, because we have a bad marriage and we need you in our lives, okay?
Okay, will do. I'll be in touch also.
I'll see you soon. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Bye.
Okay. And Small Business Tuesdays is every Tuesday at 7 o'clock. And if you have a small business, feel free to reach out to me. Just DM me, okay? And I will definitely get back to you and I'll get you booked. As you can tell, it's time for me to go. Tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, it's Bad Marriage for Life, me and Vic. Thanks so much to Paris the Bondsman, who's our sponsor tonight. It's all brought to you by Paris the Bondsman. Call him at 860-209-9988, and his website is paristhebondsman.com. I'll see you tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Bad Marriage for Life. Have a blessed night. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.